to some other place. Fight and make it right here. I'd take a chance in Mississippi quicker than I would Chicago, because we at least know where we are here. They got some of the same hypocrites up there. It's just like these white racists down here. And that's when we have to do our thing right in Mississippi. It's really like, some of them had been in school, just came out of school. And, they said, well, we believe that this will work or that will work, only to be faced with all of these things somehow have looked like backfired in their face.
Yes, my shit right here. So that's my shit right here. Welcome back to another episode of Road to William. We're doing the video today on the late, the great Fannie Lou Hamer. So we're going to check out some words. It's a person I would look into more to show how she showed you how to lead in a fight, not give up. She was threatened, intimidated, tried to make her stop all because she wanted to vote. So this is a homage to her, to learn some wisdom from her, reminder to go vote. We're going to start out with the debate. I know I love debates. From Afro-Marxists. I've been breaking down this long for a while now, but this time we're going to focus on Fannie Lou, hear her side of the debate.
Many of us are different. We have more nationalist organizations. We have all of the organizations you want to perceive of, many of them have their facets in Harlem. No, I don't think Harlem is the mood. Harlem is a very sophisticated place. Sophisticated in the sense that we all understand the need for others of us to exist. So I could not use it as the barometer of America. But if it should be the barometer of America, I think it would be good. But I'm afraid that it is not.
Mrs. Hamer, do you see changes since you're from right in the middle of the rural South, do you see any trend there in terms of Black people moving toward unity, moving away from unity? Just generally, what is going on in your area of the country?
Well, I do see more unity because the power structures in the South are forcing us to have more unity. There have been a class split with the Black community. That's being moved because we are finding out whether you middle class or no class is no different. As long as we Black, we in the same boat. And that's forcing us to be together. Because, we've seen what is happening in our schools. Like if a principal was a principal and was moved and become assistant principal, his job, if he's Black, automatically, if he becomes assistant principal, his job automatically is to carry toilet tissue from one school to the other one and load up the bus. So he's finding that it's no different in us, and it's forcing us to get together. And I think that the change will come because we have to. It's nothing handed to us on a silver platter, and we have to work together for a change in the South.
Congressman Stokes, did your election as the new chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus indicate a new direction? And if it did not, is there a new direction for the Congressional Black Caucus?
But Mr. Nixon and his crew are not talking about eliminating any of that. They're talking about expanding that.
Well, let me ask this. In his explanation, as far as he's gone to date, President Nixon, when he appeared on television explaining the Watergate situation as he saw it, did you sense that he was implying a reordering, a restructuring of priorities? When he discussed, didn't he say something to the effect that he was going to be a little more sensitive?
No, you want to know what I sense? I sense that there was a desperate man trying to cop a plea. And then he even said a prayer for us at the end of it. No, I didn't sense that he was talking about reordering priorities. I sensed that he was trying to get through a very bad night.
And I think also that the thing about that performance was that he never really got to the substance of what we're dealing with. That what we got was a lot of rhetoric, a lot of waving of the flag, and then you're supposed to go away feeling that Watergate is just going to disappear. And I think that it was an unfair trick to play on the American public.
Well,
It's one thing, I'm sorry, it's one thing, that is the only president in the history of my time, and I'm 56, that can talk an hour and never say nothing.
But we also have to ask ourselves what the real meaning of that Watergate affair is. I think it's important, especially for those of us who are here this afternoon, to recognize that if the Republican Party will go that far to sabotage the Democratic Party, to sabotage that kind of opposition, what have we already been experiencing insofar as repression is concerned, and what will we?
Yes, my shit right here.
I was just 22 years old when Fannie Lou Hamer made her presence known at another Democratic convention. It was in 1964 in Atlantic City, and she arrived with a group of Black delegates from Mississippi in place of the state's all-white delegation. She told the people in the room about the violence she suffered at the hands of white police because she, a Black woman, had demanded her right to vote. When she finished, she asked the country a simple but profound question. Is this America? She didn't get the outcome she was hoping for in Atlantic City. But you can bet that when the official Mississippi delegation was seated at the convention 4 years later, Fannie Lou Hamer was sitting there with them. Oh, so I know there is no better marshal into the future. Kamala has been a courtroom prosecutor, a district attorney, an attorney general, a United States senator, Vice President of the United States. And when the dust settled in November, and Americans of all stripes have elected her their president, I know she'll be thinking about Fannie Lou, who I happen to know is one of Kamala's heroes. In that moment, all of us, from New York to Pennsylvania to Arizona to California, and we will be able to say loudly and proudly, you're down.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. If I hate you because you hate me, I'm no better than you are. If it's not too late already. It's with the people, what some people call the militant, the radical, or whatever you call them. Black and white throughout the country at these college campus. They are very true. They are very honest. And all they want is the thing that they've been reading about is to become a reality. And for this country to have democracy in action, it's going to come through these young people. I've been very concerned with young Black people in Mississippi. And there's no need of getting an education, running to some other place. Fight and make it right here. I'd take a chance in Mississippi quicker than I would Chicago. Because we at least know where we are here. They got some of the same hypocrites up there. It's just like these white racists down here. And that's when we have to do our thing right in Mississippi. And you see, a lot of these young people hadn't been exposed to what it's really like. You know, some of them had been in school, just came out of school. And, you know, they said, well, we believe that this will work or that will work. Only to be faced with all of these things somehow have looked like backfired in their face. We have been Black powerless people for 400 years. I've seen people boxed in, Black children in Harlem of New York. I've seen people boxed in, Black people in Chicago, Illinois, in the slums with the babies sick, rats eating on the babies. So what we mean by Black power is we mean to have not only Black political power, but Black economic power to have a voice in the educational system, that our kids will know, not only the Black kids, but the white kids should know the kind of contribution that have been made by Black people throughout this country. We want to determine some of our destiny. And this is what Black power means. We want to have something to say about our destiny. You see, and I'm really fed up in hearing the word compromise. I've got to get just a little taste of what I suppose had. It's hard for me to stand up and sing the national anthem. I stand up and I work my mouth, but I don't always come through with the verses. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail? Because actually the land of the free and the home of the brave have meant the land of the tree and the home of the grave for so many of us. See, Mississippi is not actually Mississippi's problem. Mississippi is America's problem. Because if America wanted to do something about what has been going on in Mississippi, it could have stopped by now. You see, the flag is drenched with our blood because, you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man. As we know, this country was built on the black backs of Black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand it. They know what they've done to us. All across this country, they know what they've done to us.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Road to William, dropping daily. Be on the lookout later tonight. It's going to be some nightly news, dropping, little clips here and there, which I need to tune into, whatever, what have you, new music coming out, my little playlist, what I'll be adding to my playlist. Let me know what y'all be adding in y'all playlists. Give me your favorite Fannie Lou quote, something you remember her by. Any books or docs you think I should be looking into, let me know. But make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Who is you? What you asking me for? What you need? I'ma give you what you wanna, even the score, whatever you want. I ain't got